Join Dave as he visits North Dearborn, but not too far north, at Trattoria number 10.
We're here at Trattoria number 10, and this is Dan Rosenthal, and the restaurant is 12 years old.
12 years old. It's been around a long time. We're a classic in Chicago. Going to be around a long time still. We just had a terrific run here, lunch and dinner, 6 days a week for dinner, 5 days a week for lunch. Closed on Sunday, but a terrific operation in the heart of the Loop, and delighted to be here.
Well, we're glad you're here too, because you're a great restaurant. Actually, there are several people that came up to me that are celebrating their anniversaries and going to plays that they've come here for years, and they say it's their favorite place. Tell me what was here when you opened 12 years ago. This was swampland.
This was actually, it was the basement, the boiler room of the Covenant Club. And we wound up stripping it down to the bare bones. Actually, the boiler was located just immediately to our left here.
Okay.
And we converted it into this restaurant. Lots of low ceilings and problems to deal with, but we've been very successful with creating this grotto-type atmosphere. A lot of people think is very Italian.
You have, as I'm looking around, many unique little party rooms, and you even shut down upstairs. I mean, at dinner.
Right, that's true. We have a terrific venue for parties up here because Soprafina is only open for lunch, and as a result, on many occasions, we take large parties after the theater rush. We have cocktails and hors d'oeuvres for groups of 100, 150 upstairs, then we move them downstairs, take over the entire restaurant after the theater rush, so they have a dinner at 8 o'clock, and it's been a very, very popular thing for us here.
Tell me what we've got here in front of us.
Well, we've got an appetizer and 2 salads. This is a grilled portobello mushroom terrine with fresh spinach, polenta, matchstick vegetables, and a chicken demi-glace and a molasses sauce that's just absolutely spectacular. This is our little starting tower of power. It's real good.
All right.
Real good.
Now, the chef who you'll see cooking in a minute will be at the Green Tie Ball, September 23rd. I want everybody to come.
Okay. Let me give you, before we go on to the next one, let me give you the basics of what our philosophy is about with regard to the cuisine. We take classical Italian recipes and update them for modern tastes by putting a little twist on them. Here's a great example of it, this arugula salad. Arugula is a fairly bitter green, very Italian. We treat it very, very specially with homemade Bufala mozzarella cheese, which you know, of course, is buffalo milk mozzarella. It's imported. We toss it very lightly with Granny Smith apples and a lemon vinaigrette. Yeah, it's a nice little pine nuts. It's a very delicate, light dish that all of the flavors come through. There's nothing masked in this dish. This is really a terrific, just one of my favorite salads.
Now tell me about the picchio crab.
Picchio crab obviously is not indigenous to Italy. Picchio is actually a little town in Maine, and they make a rock crab that is very sweet and succulent. Another one of our appetizers that we toss with a light vinaigrette, and it's a super salad that people can use as a starter. It's, again, we're doing nothing to mask the natural flavors of the product, so we feel very comfortable that this is a good one for starting off a nice meal.
We're going to go in the kitchen, and we're going to watch the chef do a little cooking, and we're going to bring some food, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Doug DeVico for Trattoria number 10. Tonight we're going to do a veal scallopini with a milk veal lemon reduction. First, we're going to start by heating up a saute pan. Next, we're going to take our veal slices that are pounded thin, season them with salt and pepper on both sides. Next, we're going to take our floured veal in the hot saute pan. We're going to cook these quickly on each side for about 20 to 25 seconds each. We're going to turn these over. After slightly browning the veal, we're going to give it a chance to cook to about a rare to a medium rare state. Then we're going to remove them from the pan. Take the veal out of the pan, set it off to the side. Remove the excess oil. We turn it back to the heat. Now what we're going to do with that little bit of oil that's in the pan, add our caramelized onions, our sweet and sour peppers, sage leaves, and blanched asparagus. Our sweet and sour peppers are basically sauteed red, green, and yellow bell peppers with fresh herbs and champagne vinegar. We make these ahead of time, give them a chance to sit so they pick up some of the acidity, therefore giving you a sweet and sour pepper. After these are warmed up, we're going to add a little bit of veal stock and lemon juice mixed together, and some whole milk. The reason we're using whole milk is we want the butter fats to actually scramble in the sauce. This gives it a sweet texture, gives it sort of an odd look, but ends up with a really nice taste. We're not using butter in this dish. What we're using is the milk to give you the flavor. As we're letting this reduce, we're going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to our vegetables. We turn our veal back to the sauce. And then let this reduce. Now the veal is very tender. We don't want to overcook it, so what we'll do is we'll just give it a couple seconds in the pan to warm up, and then we'll move it to our serving platter. Okay, as the sauce is reducing, we'll remove a little bit of the vegetables here. Then we'll finish the dish by pouring the reduced sauces and pan juices over the meat and vegetables. To garnish the dish, we're going to use some diced tomatoes, and some fresh chopped parsley. And here we have veal scallopini with sweet and sour peppers and a milk and veal lemon reduction.
So how was your trip in the kitchen? Pretty good, huh?
Well, I tell you, this veal scallopini is...
Terrific dish.
I took a little piece in the kitchen, but I'm going to just do one more. Oh, I'm sorry. We're back, and this is Trattoria number 10, which is 10...
North Dearborn.
So that's how you came up with the address?
Well, at the time, it was the 10th Trattoria that had opened that month in Chicago. But we like to think it went with the address of the building.
Tell us about the ravioli.
Well, this ravioli dish is really representative of the signature dishes that we have had on the menu for over 12 years. We have specialized in handmade ravioli since we opened this restaurant. And this particular
This is a lobster ravioli?
No, this one is the signature dish, really. This is the butternut squash ravioli with a combination of butternut and acorn squash. It is a favorite dish of the women. It's got sage and a sweet walnut butter sauce. Could be a favorite dish of me, so that's delicious. It's out of control. It is the most popular ravioli dish in the restaurant, next to the sausage ravioli, which is also a staple for 12 years here. We just cannot change these items on the menu, so they're here every day and every night, and people just love them.
Tell me about this dish.
Another signature dish that we've been unable to get off the menu for 12 years because people won't let us do it. It is our duck farfalle. It's a farfalle pasta with a duck confit, a demi-glace, caramelized onions, asparagus, and pine nuts. It is a fabulous dish. It's a rich, wholesome
breaks. I proceeded to polish off every little last drop of food.
4-star. Good job.
And I said, come on, what the heck? And I said to Dan, the food is just really, really good. And he said, don't tell me, tell them. So I want to thank Chef. Thank you.
Good job, Doug.
Okay. And, okay.
And one more. I think he's bringing one more.
Okay, he's bringing one more. Well, okay, you know, I don't...
make sure we take care of everyone.
Thank you. So what I'm going to do is, before we polish these off, I'm not going to even answer the air. I'll surprise myself. This is Dan Rosenthal, Trattoria number 10. I want you to give me your phone number, your address, when you're open. Boom.
We're at 10 North Dearborn in Chicago for now and a long time to come. Our address, 10 North Dearborn, Trattoria number 10. Telephone 312-984-1718. Serving lunch Monday through Friday. Dinner Monday through Saturday. Hope to have you down. We've got a wonderful restaurant, and if you haven't experienced it since you've been in Chicago, we've got a wonderful opportunity ahead of you, and we're looking forward to having you down.
All right, let's have these desserts, man.
Can't wait.
Because, you know, I don't want to be underserved.
Underserved.